A lot of times when people are getting on their spiritual grind, they hear words like shifting consciousness and expect something very complicated because that's the world they're coming from. A lot of these people will try their hardest to make spirituality complicated. It's like, oh, I'm not going to get into that. There's just so much to learn. It's really not. You know, when you get into the spiritual world, the world of consciousness, the woke world, you know, the harder you try at things, the worse off you're gonna be. You're gonna be trying your hardest, straining. You're gonna bust a vein in your neck trying your hardest to manifest something. Meanwhile, there's gonna be people like us just walking around and be like, and then we just gonna have stuff just open up for us. You know what I'm saying? Because our consciousness is different. But there's nothing complicated about it. All you need to do is to bring the right things into your consciousness. What are you conscious of? What are you aware of? Right? So think of shifting consciousness like a first grader, right? A first grader, when he sees a big word that he doesn't understand, what's he going to do? He's going to break it down. So you are shifting your consciousness. Think about when you sit in a chair. You shift to get comfortable. Like if you've been sitting somewhere, your back starts hurting, you straighten up real quick and you change up your posture and you relieve that stress from your back. That's the shift. The consciousness. What are you aware of? You know what I'm saying? What are you bringing in? What are you conscious of? So what are you making comfortable in your consciousness? What thoughts are you making comfortable in your mind? What are you entertaining in your mind? That's all this is. So to shift your consciousness, you have to shift it from I have to do everything and everything has to be in my control to, hey, I'm just gonna sit back and let the universe do what it do. You see what I'm saying? You see how much easier that is? I'm just gonna let it come into my life. Let there be light. And it wasn't no God tried his hardest to make light come out of the darkness. No, let there be light. Let it be. Boom. Happens. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of the times, a lot of people try to make it complicated because that's what they're coming from. Imagine trying to get someone to see with their two eyes, and not like figuratively, like a complicated philosophy that you're trying to explain, but like literally try to see. How do you see things with your two eyes? Well, I got four, but still, it's like, what is it that you? Is like, how would you treat or how would you teach someone to see? How do you do that? It's kind of one of those things you just have to do it. So consciousness, when you want to change the things that start to come into your consciousness, when you want to shift the image that you are starting to perceive, you have to see it first. Sounds backwards, right? That doesn't make sense to the non-spiritual world. If you want to see something in your physical reality, you have to see it first in your consciousness. You need you need to put your head around the corner and see what you want to see before it's actually in your life, in your physical reality. Remember, the physical reality is the last part. Everything happens in the universe, the cosmic levels, however many dimensions you think there are, it happened up there first, and it trickled down to the point it slowed down so much that we can materialize and touch it and see it and perceive it. You see what I'm saying? So you have to control that. So in your mind, when you see something, like let's say, when I'm meeting anybody, especially like women that try to enter my life, but especially just friends, because my friends are just as important. The woman's just my one woman. And no one fit the mold yet, so we chilling. But it's like, what you need to understand is like something I ask everybody that tries to make a permanent fixture in my life. At some point, I'm going to ask you, how does the world look to you? You know, and depending on your answers, depending on how much I feel like I either work with you or if I start to leave you alone. Mad simple. If I say, yo, what does the world look like to you? Like, how's the world right now? And you're like, man, the world's just a dangerous place, man. Cause like everyone's out to get you, and you have to fend for yourself, and you can't trust nobody. All right, you can't trust nobody, so you want me to trust you. You see what I'm saying? I know that's just an example, but that's how people see the world. That's what they perceive in their consciousness. Someone asked me the same thing. I'm like, this is my playground, you know? And I want all of the other little kids, all of God's children, pretty much, all of God's children to come play with me, But it's at the same time, it's like when you were at school, I was a goody goody two shoes. I ain't going front. I broke no rules in elementary school, like through high school. I broke no rules, But it's like me, the goody goody two shoes, trying to hang out with the dudes that smoke cigarettes in the bus loop in high school. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't really want to hang out with them. You see? So it's like I could try to, hey guys, y'all know the cigarettes aren't really that good and they kind of make your breath stink. And some of them might listen. They're like, okay, now we can hang out. But that's just how I see the world, because my consciousness is different from yours. We could be sitting in the same room, watch the same TV show, and come across different meanings for each one. Yo, see, now if I caught my girl doing that, like, you know what I'm saying, I would have went crazy, because you can't do that to me. That's fucked up. You can't do that. And I would have been sitting there, I'd be like, well, I mean, she made her decision. All she did was phase herself out of your life. Why would you be mad at that? You see, it's all about consciousness and how you take in information, how you process it, and how you act on it. And you can always change that. So remember that. You know, the easiest step to do that is literally control what you watch and listen to. You know, if you are wondering why you're always sad and depressed and all you listen to is sad and depressing music, where do you think that comes from? You are literally creating an environment for sadness and depression. You know, people say, oh my God, you're so smart. You seem to know so much. I know what I know, sure. But it's like my environment is always something that I'm learning from. I will be watching the dumbest thing on YouTube. Don't get me wrong, I watch my stupid stuff just because, you know, you need entertainment, turn the brain off for a little bit. But even then I'll hear something and I'll pause the video and be like, what would I do in that situation? You can't watch movies with me. I mean, of course, I'd be more considerate if I'm actually watching, but I will pause a movie when I'm by myself and I'll be like, okay, what would I do in that situation? You know, I'm the king of living vicariously through people because I believe that we are all one. So your experience is my experience. But why do I need to go through a painful experience when I can just learn through you? You see what I'm saying? Of course, you gotta live your own life and make your own decisions at certain points, but that's just how I live. That's my consciousness. Where other people would look at me and be like, yo, you're a lame because blah, blah, blah. You need to go live life. You scared to make mistakes. There was a point that would be accurate. I was very scared to make mistakes, which made me make mistakes. When you fear something, your consciousness is giving that a bunch of attention. You see what I'm saying? The fear of something. Oh my God, I really hope that just can't happen. All you're doing is feeding it energy. You know, and there's going to be another video I make where there is no such thing as good or bad. It's just energy. That's all it is. But when you send in your fear to something, you are making it stronger and stronger, and you're giving it more of a place in your life. Think about it like this, right? The random person passing you on the sidewalk has zero place in your life. It's zero place in your consciousness. But the thing you fear the most, which one has a bigger spot in your consciousness? The fear. Because if you see that, your heart will skip, you'll sweat, you'll pass out, you'll have a whole reaction. Because that's a big piece of your consciousness, right? That you think hiding from it is going to do something. But the person walking past you, they don't exist to you. They have no place in your consciousness. That's how I am with people in a state of lack. People in a state of not distrust, you know, all that type of stuff. If you want to be in my life as a permanent fixture, hey, like you got to pass my tests and you need to share my, like, at least my way of thinking, aka is our consciousnesses are they compatible? You know, friendship or romantic, it doesn't matter. You know, they're all the same. You know, so you just have to think about it like that, right? Shift your consciousness to more positive things. Shift your consciousness to things that will contribute to you. You know, a lot of the things I'm subscribed to on YouTube are things that challenge my mind. Sure, of course, I have my dumb things, but I have like a pretty even split, like a 50-50, if not 60-40 positive mind or thought-provoking things versus, you know, me watching someone play Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's just how this goes, because this is what has made me me. I trimmed the fat of all the dumb things in my life. I shifted my consciousness to something more productive. That's all it is. So if you spend hours and hours and hours a day scrolling through TikTok, looking at the newest dance, reading gossip about some celebrities that will never know your name nor ever care about your well-being, then you need to look at your life. Dang, what am I allowing into my consciousness? What am I doing to, you know, what is it that my consciousness is doing, and how is that affecting my life? Do I like my life right now? No. Okay, I want to change my life to more of a lifestyle of wealth. I should shift into things that more about finances, more about this and that, so I can learn how to think like other people that have a wealth consciousness. And maybe just keep a little bit of stuff to keep my brain at ease, but maybe I don't need TikTok. Maybe I don't need to be on Instagram pages that promote a bunch of stupid stuff. Maybe not. Like I said, to all in all, it's just common sense. Mental diets, dictate your mind. Your mind dictates your physical reality. If you keep pumping it with bad things, low vibrational things, you'll be operating at a low vibration because that's what your subconscious mind keeps eating. It eats low vibration. It will promote or project low vibration. If you fill it up with high things, motivational things, things that will build your future, things that motivate you, then you get the picture, right? So I hope that made sense. I hope I kept everything together. But I gave it my best shot. Until the next one. Let me know if you have any questions. See ya.